What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making my MLB midseason predictions as the MLB midseason is coming up. Of course, the trade deadline is coming up. The MLB All-Star Game is coming up. So it is midseason. And the best teams in the MLB are really solidified of who's going to be the best team going into the playoffs. So I thought I'd be making a video discussing the awards, the playoff seed, and the playoff predictions, everything we have in this. This took me a long time, so I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on the video and subscribed. But anyway, let's get into the video. Starting off with the American League seeding. The division leaders are the Yankees, Astros, and Twins. Nothing changes here. I mean, the Yankees are by far the best team in baseball. The Astros are still in a weak American League West division. And so I still think they'll get the 2 seed. And then, of course, the Twins in the AL Central is a very good. They've been pretty decent as well, but their division has also been pretty weak. In the wild card, we have the Rays, who are still a consistent team out of the AL East. The AL East is the best division in baseball, and the Rays are just another good team with a lot of talent. Pitching wise, they also have some good bats in their lineup. The Mariners have been super hot as of recently, the hottest team in baseball right now, as they have gone on a long win streak. They have a sensational AL Rookie of the Year candidate in Julio Rodriguez, and overall they're a great team. And then the Blue Jays, they're underperforming this season, but they're in a very difficult AL East division, so the 6 seed is still good. Eliminated, the Red Sox and the White Sox have been a bit underperforming. I do cut some slack for my Red Sox because they are in the toughest division in baseball, and they've dealt with some injuries. So the Red Sox, I think they'll be back in the future. The White Sox, they're a mess. I mean, they're spending way too much time on focus on players that don't even matter for their team when they need to focus on spending. They are in a big market. They got to spend that money, and they haven't been recently. The Guardians, they're playing like how they should be. The Angels have been very underperforming. They've been horrible this season. The Orioles have had a great upside. They're at 500, but yet again in a tough AL East division, they're last place with a above 500 record. The Rangers, Tigers, and Royals really aren't doing anything crazy, and the A's are the worst team in the MLB right now. But this is what I got from the American League seed, and nothing crazy is changing, but it's still pretty accurate, I would say. The National League seeding, we got the Mets, Dodgers, and Cardinals as the division leaders. The Mets and Dodgers are pretty self-explanatory. They're two amazing teams who have a huge payroll, and just all their players are great. The Cardinals, I do have getting past the Brewers because the Cardinals are a great, fun team. They have one of the best infields in the leagues. Of course, with Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Gorman, so many good players, as well as Yadier Molina, and they got a decent pitching staff. The wild card is the Braves, Padres, and Brewers. All three of these teams are good teams especially the Braves. I think that you can't take the Braves lightly. I wouldn't be surprised if they passed the Mets. And the Braves definitely could be, if they were in a different division, a 2 or 3 seed. The Padres, again, in that same boat as the Braves. They're just a little bit worse. And then the Brewers and the Cardinals will have a good race, but I think in the end the Cardinals pull through. The Giants. I mean, the Giants, they're not as good as last season. They're still a good baseball team, but in a tough NL West division, it's tough when you have the Dodgers and the Padres, who are two phenomenal teams, making the playoffs. It's not that frequent that you have three teams in the playoffs at once for the MLB. The Phillies and Marlins. Phillies are really underperforming. The Marlins got a bright future, but right now they're not it. The Rockies and Diamondbacks have had very surprising seasons, which is good, but then again, in a tough NL West, can't do much. The Cubs, Pirates, and Reds are a mess in the NL Central, and then the Nationals are just the Nationals. They've traded their core pieces. Now into the playoffs, we got the American League playoffs. It's a different format this season since 6 teams make the playoffs. The 1 and 2 seeds will be byes, and then the 3 seed will play the 6 seed, and 4 seed will play the 5 seed. So the 3 seed Twins will play the 6 seed Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays come alive right around playoff time, and I think they upset the Twins. Twins are a nice team, but they're just kind of inconsistent. They're not bad at any means, but they're a good team, but their roster isn't phenomenal. I think a lot of their guys are overperforming. And then the Rays and Mariners. The Mariners, a lot like the Twins, they're doing great this season, but the Rays are just a more talented team. And in the playoffs, I think it's more about talent than just overall surprise. And then the ALDS, we have the Yankees and Blue Jays. Give me the Yankees. I mean, they're the best team in baseball right now. Such a phenomenal pitching core, along with a ton of great bats in Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, DJ LeMahieu, Josh Donaldson, and that's just a few of their guys, Joey Gallo. And then the Astros and Rays, I got the Astros. That's going to be an amazing series. Both teams are really talented. Both teams have good pitching. They have some good bats. Jose Altuve, Jordan Alvarez, Wander Franco for the Rays. It's going to be a good series, but give me the Astros in a very tight series. And then the ALCS, Yankees Astros, it's basic. It's the 1 and 2 seed, but sometimes it's going to be like that. The two best teams in the AL going at it. I think the Yankees still with probably the best pitching core right now. And then I think they take it over the Astros in 6. In the National League playoffs, we have the Cardinals and Brewers in the wild card. Give me the Cardinals. I like this Cardinals team. They're doing it. They're trying to win for Pujols and Molina. But other than that, they still have a great team. Paul Goldschmidt, Arenado, Nolan Gorman. It's a good team. And then the Braves and Padres. It will be a really good series, but I think the Padres, they've been dealing with injuries, and I think Fernando Tatis will be back by this time, but I don't think he's going to be on his A game. The Braves are just a fantastic team. They replaced Freddie Freeman fine. They got a very good core. Their pitching core could be a little bit better, but it's still good. And then they have phenomenal bats. The Mets and Braves, that will be a great series. But the Mets, they never perform in the playoffs, and once playoffs come around, they just don't look the same. They're still a good team. It'll still be a good series. But give me the Braves. They have more playoff experience in big games. Last season, they came up huge upset in the Dodgers. But give me the Braves in a close series. And Dodgers, Cardinals, I want to pick the Cardinals so bad. They are one of my favorite teams, and I have no connections to them. Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, there's nothing to like. There's nothing to hate about that team. Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt. It's a good team, but the Cardinals pitching just won't be good enough to hang with the Dodgers pitching. The Dodgers have so many great bats. Mookie Betts is an amazing player this season. He's in the MVP talks. Freddie Freeman is great. Justin Turner, Will Smith, Max Muncy. There's just so many good players on this Dodgers team that I think the Dodgers will win. And then the NLCS, Braves and Dodgers. That will be another amazing series. Will the Dodgers come for their revenge of last season? I think the Braves get the best of them, and Freddie Freeman will be heartbroken in the dugout as the Braves go on to the World Series. In the World Series, we have the Braves and Yankees. Give me the Yankees. I mean, the Braves are a good team, but I mean, the Yankees are just so good this season. It pains me to say this as a Red Sox fan, but the Yankees are just destroying the league right now. I mean, they have guys that you wouldn't expect to play well to be superstars this season. I mean, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton have been two of the best outfielders in all of baseball. I mean, Garrett Cole, Nestor Cortez, all these amazing pitchers on this team, and that's only a few. Jameson Taillon, Jordan Montgomery. It's a phenomenal Yankees team. Clay Holmes has been great. Jose Trevino has been great. This Yankees team is just all around so talented, and a lot of it, and they kind of Anthony Rizzo also, but they haven't built their team solely off of free agency. I mean, Judge, Stanton, a lot of these guys have been with the team for a long time. But I think the Yankees get the best of the Braves in 6. World Series MVP is Aaron Judge. Now on to the awards. The American League AL MVP, I have Shohei Ohtani. My end of season stat predictions, I have him averaging a 252, home runs 34, RBIs 88, OPS 831. And his batting stats aren't the main cause of this MVP. It's his phenomenal pitching stats. I think he'll end with a 14-9 record. And when Shohei is on the mound, the Angels win, and the Angels don't win a lot. And he has a very good record this season on a bad team. ERA, I have 2.57, but runner-up is Aaron Judge. It's going to be very, very close. I mean, Judge is having a historical batting season. So great. And then Jordan Alvarez is also good, but he's not providing the defensive abilities. AL Cy Young, I have Shane McClanahan. I think he'll end with a 17-6 record. 2.12 ERA, 216 strikeouts. Runner up is the Justin Verlander. He's also been good. I just think McClanahan's having one. He's probably the best pitcher in the league right now. And then the rookie of the year, Julio Rodriguez. I think he will end with 272 average, 27 home runs, 86 RBIs, 829 OPS, and he also has been amazing still on bases this season. Julio Rodriguez is a phenom. Bobby Witt Jr. has also been decent, but I don't think it's very close of who's going to win the AL Rookie of the Year. The National League Awards, NL MVP, I got Paul Goldschmidt, and the end of season stats, I have 312, average 37 home runs, 112 RBIs, 986 OPS. And I think he's the clear-cut NL MVP. I don't think it's very close. Manny Machado's been good, but Paul Goldschmidt's been phenomenal. He's batting like 330 right now with like 20 home runs or something and over 1,000 OPS. It's just amazing that how he's playing right now. The NL Cy Young, I have Sandy Alcantara. I think he'll end with a 13-10 record ERA 197, strikeouts 190. He's also the clear-cut National League Cy Young. I mean, he, just like Shohei Ohtani, he is on a bad team that doesn't. The Marlins aren't horrible, but he's on a below 500 team, and he is winning a ton of games. And it's not that often, and that's how you know he's a good pitcher. He's also has the lowest ERA, and his strikeout totals have been a bit low, but he's clear-cut the NL Cy Young. Runner-up, I think it's between Tony Gonsolin and Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns is amazing in the strikeout department, but he has a +3 ERA. And Tony Gonsolin also been good. He's kind of has the similar stats to Cindy Alcantara, but he has an 11-0 record, which is just absolutely insane. So, I mean, that's why I have him at the runner-up. He also has only a 2 ERA, but an 11-0 is insane. And then the NL Rookie of the Year, I have Michael Harris. Now, this was kind of a shock to me because I was originally going to be like, oh yeah, Seiya Suzuki definitely. But Michael Harris has been very good this season, and I think he'll end with a 274 average, 22 home runs, 73 RBIs, and an 807 OPS. Him and Seiya Suzuki are just that tight. Like, they have very identical stats. Suzuki's played more games, but I mean, Michael Harris, he has a better average. Suzuki has more home runs, I believe. It's just very, very, very close. And all their stats are at least like for RBIs, they're very close. Home runs are very close. These two are just really tight in the stat department that I would be fine if you had Seiya Suzuki. Spencer Strider for the Braves has also been good. I wouldn't mind if you took him. But those are my mid-season MLB predictions. Thanks for watching. I did put a lot of effort into this video. The stats took a long time. But what do you think? If you would change anything, leave it in the comments down below. Tell me what you think I messed up and what you would change. Who do you think will win the World Series? And I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.